Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick update for y'all. This is Friday, September the 23rd. You think I know what day it is. I've been writing the date down all day at work. But I've had a really good week. I'm sorry this is getting up a little later than usual. I had several errands to run. I'm getting ready for company. My dad is coming in this weekend and I'm really excited about that. He lives several states away, so I do not get to see him very often. But I did still want to do this update for y'all. And I'm also going to try changing the format of my updates in the couple of coming up weeks. I just don't really have time to do what I'm planning on yet. But I'm going to get started with this one. Let's see. I've had issues in the past with overeating and binge eating. That is the biggest problem for me, and it's something I'll probably work on for the rest of my life. It's usually induced by stress, and this year, if y'all have, I know I have a lot of new followers on my page, but I had a really stressful start to the year. I lost 4 grandparents within a 5 or 6 month period, and I just did not handle it well at all. I was still eating the kind of foods you need, but even keto foods can become too much when you eat them in large quantities, and I just didn't handle it well. So my weight has really been fluctuating heavily. I've been really bloated lately, and I have trouble staying under my calorie goal more than 2 or 3 days in a row. So what's been working for me this week is I started a physical food journal. It's just in a little notebook like you can get for school. They had them really cheap at the grocery store, so I picked up a couple. I'm a very visual person, and usually visual tools like this help me out, and writing things out helps me. It's just the way I am. Using apps like MyFitnessPal do help me track, but when you see it in physical terms, it helps me a little bit more just because I have to think about it as I'm writing it out. And what I've just been doing, I started this last week, is it's not really a solid plan yet. I'm going to work through it as I do it. I started out by making a hand-drawn calendar of the month. And what I'm doing is on the days that I meet my calorie deficit and I hit all my macros, I'm coloring them in green. And I'm writing in my macros for that day, what the weight was, and if there was anything important or positive that happened that can fit here. And in the days that I didn't do so well, I color those in red. And I don't write the macros, but I write the reason why I didn't meet my goal. If I overate on a specific food, if I just didn't track the entire day, just if maybe there was something that caused that. And what helps is I'm kind of doing this as more like a mix between a diary and a food journal. As you can see, every day I'm filling a page out. See all that writing? I mean, I know it looks like a lot, but it really isn't. And I'm categorizing my breakfast, lunch, dinner. If I have a snack, the pink that I use underneath it is basically how I felt after the meal, if the food was satiating or not. Just general thoughts and ideas, like what I was doing. Was I watching TV? Was I sitting down? You know, like just what was going on at that moment in that meal, and if that meal worked for me. And then I'm also adding notes in blue, and those are just different thoughts, and those I'm using to track things like, let's say, how was I feeling that day? Like last week I was sick, so I marked I was sick, what type of medicines I took, what kind of symptoms I was feeling. Was I feeling any keto flu symptoms? Did I think I was getting enough supplements? Did I exercise that day? Did I take a shower that day? Just general things like that. What my weight was for the day, if I still felt hungry at the end of the day. And then even at the bottom I did a little paragraph of just kind of more like an emotional journaling. Like how was I feeling? Was I positive? Was I negative? Did I feel like something was bringing me down? Because I do have a history of depression, so it's a way for me to monitor, am I really staying on top of that, or am I slipping back into bad habits? And I've been doing that pretty much every day since Friday. You can see all that writing, and it's filling up the pages. But the most exciting part for me is at the bottom. I'm tracking what I weighed in at that day and what time of day that was. And on, you see, I actually started doing the full day write-outs like that on Saturday. So on Saturday I started weighing out at 176.5, which is a little higher than I was in January, like a lot higher than I was in January. But by today, which is Friday, about almost exactly a week later, I am down to 170.5. So that means I've actually dropped 6 pounds since Friday. So I have shed that water weight that I was starting to accumulate from all just that stress eating I was doing. So I'm really excited about that. I think I found a tool that's going to help me out. I hope that idea might help someone else out as well. Because if you're visual like me, maybe something like a physical journal will help. And the biggest thing I think is helping, I mean, the writing out's cool and all, but I think what really helps is seeing the red and green days on the journal. So I can say, because it's really easy to get into a habit of being like, well, I just had a bad day. I can just, fix it tomorrow. But those bad days end up adding up, and you just might not notice that you have so many in a row. And it's also just giving me patterns. Like, let's see, it looks like I could stick to it for a couple days, and all of a sudden I was having some bad days again. But you can see when I started tracking this, like here, it's green days across the board. I've been able to get back into a good eating schedule. I'm prepping my meals appropriately for work, and I think that helps a lot because I'm having a balanced breakfast. I'm having a decent lunch. I get home and have dinner. I'm not really doing much snacking, but I'm just getting to a point where I'm full again. I'm not hungry all the time, and that's big for me. And I'm trying not to eat too many sweets because I usually get hungrier when I have sweets, because that's one of my trigger foods is something really sweet. So I'm not doing anything like super chocolatey. I did some cheesecakes, but they're not like crazy sweet. And that's pretty much what's been going on for me. I'm pretty excited to be doing well. I hope y'all are enjoying the recipe videos I've been doing, because that's pretty fun for me, and I know I like to do simple recipes. I want to try and do something that maybe is not too complicated, that maybe people didn't realize that's something you can do. And yeah, so I'm going to be changing up the format of these updates. I'm going to try and include some information aside from my weigh-in, because I am closer to my goal weight, so I don't usually lose as rapidly. I usually plateau for a while. I sometimes go up, I sometimes go down. It's a real roller coaster, but I am excited to have dropped the water weight this week. And I'm going to start sharing tidbits like useful things like this journal, or maybe something informational like that. Next week, I believe I'm going to tell y'all how I have seen improved benefits of my symptoms of PCOS, which I do have, and I'm going to let you know how keto has improved those for me, what symptoms seem to have gone away, which ones are still there, but have shown improvement, and I hope you'll find that informational. Until my next video, sorry, this is kind of just like me spewing information. I'm trying to get it out because I want to get this up for y'all, and I got some stuff I need to go do. But until my next video, just remember to hydrate, satiate, and celebrate. And I will talk to you later, guys. Bye!